Hi, and welcome to The Bright Balloon, a podcast where I'm sharing bright ideas for your balloon business. My name is Sarah Meyer, and I'm a balloon business owner like you, and I love the creative side of what I do, but I really love the business side, which seems to be the part where most people struggle. So I'm here to help. Each week, I'm bringing you an episode full of bite-sized tips you can use to make improvements in your business. I want you to make more money, eliminate stress, and learn along with me as we grow our creative businesses together. Welcome to The Bright Balloon, presented by 17 Hats. Hello and welcome to this episode. Today I am chatting with the ladies behind Burst Party Co. They are balloon decorators who each own their own balloon company, and they've come together to create their own line of specialty foils. And it was so exciting to hear kind of what sparked the idea, how they found each other, how they work as a team, and each have a different skill set to bring to the table. But I'm just so excited to support local decorators who have gone out of their way to create modern, fun, unique foils that are available to us. So I'm sure you will fall in love with these women as you hear them talk about their creative endeavor, which is Burst Party Co. And I hope that you head over to their website to support them after you hear this episode. Let's head over to the U-Glue hotline for some great advice that sticks, and then get into this episode with the team behind Burst Party Co. Welcome to the U-Glue hotline, where we discuss great advice that sticks. Brought to you by Pro Tapes. If you have a question or some great advice to share, click the link in the show notes to call in and leave a voicemail.
Hi, Sarah. My name is Alexis. I own Lulu Balloons, and we are located outside of, actually right in the center of St. Louis, Missouri. And I am calling to leave a tip for any of your listeners. I've been around for about 3 years, and my tip is to build community over competition. The more people you know, the more fun it is, and the more clients you'll get, and the better I think your reputation is. And the more you work together, the more fun you have. Thanks. Bye.
Pro Tapes is a leading manufacturer of specialty tape products like Pro Gaff, Pro Artist Tape, and our favorite balloon tape, U-Glue, which helps you create amazing balloon arrangements and decorations in less time. You can save 5% on U-Glue when you buy directly from Having a Party using code BRIGHT at checkout. All right, welcome to this episode, the ladies behind Burst, a new balloon brand created by balloon decorators. I'm so excited to have you all on. Before we launch into your new product, can you introduce yourselves? Who are you? Where are you from? How'd you find each other?
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Alissa from Twee Parties in Geneva, Illinois. I have a balloon shop and also do balloon decorating, of course. So myself, Rachel, and Aimee all met at Float back in 2021, right? Yeah. We were all kind of starting to become Instagram friends because we were all pretty local to each other within like 20 minutes, one way or the other. Actually, we kind of formed like a triangle. So we were all going there, didn't really know anyone else. And we decided to meet and go to registration together. And the rest is kind of history. Now we talk like every day. And that's sort of how Burst came to fruition. That will come a little bit later, but.
Yeah. And Rachel, where are you located?
Yes. So I'm located in Yorkville, Illinois. So I'm very to Alissa. I run Sugar Fox Party, and it's just balloon decorating. I also have a full-time job, so it's more of like a part-time thing for me. But yeah.
And Aimee, how about you?
So I'm in Downers Grove, Illinois. I'm actually just like 10 minutes from where Float is held, or was held in 2021 and is being held this year. So I'm like really close to there. And yeah, I mean, we all just became Instagram friends. So my company, I actually have like two different kind of businesses. So we have Bounce with the Braces, which is a bounce house rental business. And then Rainbow Tree Balloons is the balloon side. And then we also offer like some event services, like we do cotton candy and popcorn and glitter tattoos. So different like fun things. So there's like always a ton going on our end, but I am still home based. I have 13 employees, but
holy cow,
this is where we work. So yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you met at Float, or you kind of became friends online. And I mean, we have a long way to go in your story, but we're recording this right before you guys go to Float as vendors. So like, that's pretty cool that in 2 years you went to Float, experienced it, and now you're like, yeah, we'll be vendors because we created a balloon line. Like that seems crazy to me. I love it. How did that start? Like who was first like, hey, I think there's a gap in the market and we should design a cute foil line?
Yes. So
Rachel.
I had designed a balloon. Oh gosh, maybe in 2021. It was a jean jacket and I designed it. I had it made. I had it shipped to myself. And then it like literally sat in my basement for like a year or two because I just did not have the bandwidth. I was like, okay, but now what? Like, how do I?
And like, why did you do that?
So I think I went to art school. So I've always liked creating and making things. And I just felt like a lot of foils, and I think everybody knows this, are very dated. They're very like 1980s. There's just not a lot of fresh foils on the market. And so I was like, well, I'll make one and see what happens. Right. So I made a jean jacket because at that time, like bridal showers and brides were having like the jean jacket and they'd have like bride on the back or, they would like customize their jackets. And I was like, that would be cute if I could do that with vinyl on a balloon. So yeah, I made it. And then, like I said, it just kind of sat there because I didn't know what to do next. So I'm really good at ideas, not maybe the greatest at like, and all the time or like following through. But when I met these ladies, we all have such different, like great skill sets, I think, And so I was like, I feel like they could really help me get this off the ground. So I basically annoyed them until they helped me join
That's
forces.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break and then I want to get into all the details because you're like, and then I had it made and I'm like, wait, I feel like we're missing 500 steps in there. So I want to rewind and talk about that. Let's take a quick sponsor break and then we'll get right back into it. Are you ready to take your balloon business to the next level? Look no further than Having a Party Wholesale, your ultimate destination for all things balloons. Having a Party Wholesale is on the cutting edge of new products that will wow your clients, from top brands like Tuftex, Jamar, Anagram, Ellie's, Premium Conwin, and introducing Brookloon, a new latex balloon line created by the Having a Party family. They've got the widest selection to fuel your creativity. Join the successful league of professional balloon artists who shop at havingaparty.com. All right, welcome back. So let's talk about this. You went to art school. You decided to make a balloon. Lady, there's a lot more in there. Did you Google like how to make a balloon or like what made you think you could even do that? Because it would never even occur to me. Like, I just feel like, oh, I'm limited by what it already exists. But I definitely do agree with you that a lot of the foils are really outdated, especially Valentine's Day. I'm looking at those now and I'm just like, why did these all look like they came from a hospital gift shop? Like, I hate that.
Yes, 100%. My motto is everything is figure outable. If you need to do something, like we live in the age of the internet, like you can figure out how to do something. You can reverse engineer basically anything. And like that's how I started my balloon business. I was like, I saw a garland and I was like, okay, I can figure out how to do that. And I think most of us operate that way when we're starting, right?
Right.
So I really just did a lot of research, figured out where things were being made. Obviously, we're manufacturing ours in China. We also looked into the US, we looked into Mexico. Obviously, price is always going to be a consideration. And right now, the US just doesn't have, a lot of manufacturers that can make balloons at a great price point. So found a manufacturer that could help us. The first balloon I made was with a different manufacturer. I think we found like a really good one that we use now. Aimee was talking a little bit earlier about the quality. I think it's great. She was saying that since we are decorators ourselves, are using these balloons like out in the wild. So we know that they work well. We know that they're going to withstand, pumps. We've tried all different pumps. We've, made sure that the valves are good. So we just feel confident that when we send these out into the world that they're going to work well.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
And
I figured it out. I don't know.
that's amazing. So then you said it just kind of sat in your basement. So Alissa or Aimee, like which one of you were like the arm twisters of just like, hey, let's like do this. Let's turn this into a thing. Or how did Burst come about and not just like your little balloon side hustle?
Well, I do feel like I was the second, like I was the first one that officially signed on, probably, right, Rachel? I think I'm like I could get talked into things probably a little bit easier. And I was like, I guess let's just do it, right? That's kind of always my thing. Let's just try it. Let's go with it. But we did feel like financially it would be better to have more partners. So I think then we somehow put the persuasion on and talked May into it. She's more of like the financial one that's like, well, what's it going to cost? What's this going to be? And I'm sort of the one that's like, go for it. So I feel like Rachel had the idea. I was like, let's do it. This could definitely happen. And Aimee was the one that was like, let's look at the reality of this and what it's going to cost and things like that. So
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Aimee, like what type of things were you looking for?
Well, kind of just going back to all of our different strengths, right? So I'm definitely, and Sarah, you talk about this a lot. I'm definitely like of the business mindset. So I have a degree in business. So that is really where I do look at the business from. And I love the creative side of my balloon business, but everything that I do in my other businesses is financially driven. So I think, you talked about why or how like this just gets started and how we did it. And, the finances of it were a big barrier to entry, right? I mean, that it's a huge investment. And so to split it 3 ways was just, it made more sense, than each one of us starting and investing this huge sum of money. It's a little less painful when it's divided between 3 of us. But, I think like now, even still, like, yes, we have our products and we have new products and we have ideas for other products, but right now we're a startup. So I think that's the biggest thing. Like we're still, to be honest, like struggling with the finances of it because a lot of money is going out and a little bit of money is coming in. And we are selling the balloons and we appreciate every single order, whether that's for $3 or for $300. But we have not gotten to the point where we're recouping that investment and we're certainly not paying ourselves.
Yeah. Well, and I've talked to a couple other people who have like product-based businesses. Lily, who's like the Creative Heart Studio, she's one of my best friends. And just the struggle of that, because you're fronting all of it. Like you can do a pre-order sort of, but like you still have to put down a chunk of change to like run, I would imagine, a couple thousand. Like what's the quantity on a new balloon? You can't just be like, send me one, right? Like they need to make a lot.
it's like 2,500 to 5,000, depending. Like one of the new balloons that we have coming in, we have 5,000, but we split it into 2 colors. So there's like 2,500 of each color. I think the other thing about the financial aspect of it too is like we probably could have paid ourselves something, but we were like, no, let's roll it into the next balloon order. Because like foils, we all know not every single person is always going to need that specific foil. So there's that too. It's like you always kind of need to be making more too. But I mean, the more we make, the more people will purchase, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I think what are the best sellers? And let's talk about the actual designs because I think they're really unique. Like you said, they're fresh, they're different. You said the jean jacket was kind of your like flagship product. It gives me like Daria vibes. Did you watch that show like on MTV? I always think it's Daria's jacket and I love it. And then the other ones I grabbed a bunch on Black Friday were the sprinkle, the like cones that then you can do the starbursts out of. So something simple like that I think is so usable. What other patterns do you have that people are loving?
Yeah, so this is going to air, I think, when we get our new patterns in. So we'll just go ahead and talk about it. We're going to have a leopard print starburst.
Nice.
Gingham starburst, and then we have a really pretty floral pattern starburst that's coming out. So I love like pattern design. Like I'll buy a notebook in the store just because it's got a cute cover on it. And so like to add that to balloons, I think is just so cool. And to be able to,
Oh, cool. The leopard print too, because that's like a new take on like the wild one or safari or whatever. Like it's a little texture that you can add in there still within the theme. I love that.
Yes.
That's cute. Oh, that's the floral. So I'm getting a preview. Can you do that even closer? Is it black and white?
It's like a purple, dusty, like sage green.
Pretty. I like that. Yeah, I think those little textures can add so much to, that's cute. That's so cute. They can add so much to like a garland, like that's a difference between like an Amazon one and a professional one. Some of the time, some people are pretty good at DIYing, but it's like these special little boutique balloons that they can't really get their hands on. Very cool. Well, I am excited. Let's take one more break. And then I want to talk about future plans and where we can get these and how we should be using them. Give us some artistic tips.
Hi, this is Jeff at Balloon Suite. I'm often asked if Balloon Suite is compatible with the systems that you already use in your business, your customer relationship manager, your accounting tool, the way that you're accepting leads on your website, or the phone call system that you're using to have a business number separate from your mobile number. The answer is almost always yes. So if you're thinking about using Balloon Suite, or if you've checked out our packages but you haven't started yet because you're wondering if Balloon Suite is compatible with the other systems you use in your business, I would love to help you get that defined, specific, clearly actionable answer. Come on over to balloonsuite.com, let me know what you're using, and we can help you figure out exactly how you're going to integrate that into your Balloon Suite package.
All right, welcome back. You got the balloons up and running. You guys are this power team. I love it. Anyone listening also, like, be cool and support this company. That's my pitch. Like, I like the big companies too, but like, we got to support our own. So we'll definitely have links to purchase. But talk about that. Are you guys like distributing all of these yourself? Like, where do these physically live? What happens when we place an order?
I can talk about that a little
Physically
bit.
live in all of our houses.
Oh, really?
So we all have some, and our game plan, kind of, if you could call it that, is that we all switch off shipping duty roughly every month. So someone will be in charge of shipping. So right now I'm in charge of shipping. So I have like all the products, and then when we get an order, I fulfill it and bring it to the post office. So it's very like, there's nothing like high tech about it or anything. They're literally just sat in boxes at various locations.
So you guys are, I mean, again, like that's my original call here is like support these women because like they are packaging your balloons and they see every sale, just like we see every sale. You know, when someone places an order, it's like, yay, these aren't going to like an Amazon distribution center where, you know, some random person is shipping. I think that's so cool.
Yes, and we also are distributed by Having a Party. So they were the first balloon distributors to pick up our line. We're so thankful to them for just like believing in us. And they've reordered, so they're selling there too. So it's great.
That's awesome. That is one thing that I love about having, I mean, I love a lot about Having a Party, but they've started doing that with a lot of people. Like they've started distributing a lot of, I'm going to say like I don't have a product, but like air quotes, like our small business products. Cause you know, I just had someone talking about a product. I don't know if it's out or not yet, but I can't, but they picked that up. So it's just like all these little things that they don't have to sell. They don't have to distribute, but they are. And I think that's just their way of reinvesting back in the community even more, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I think too, when we first started, I think our initial plan was to try to get like more distributors on board and things like that. But we are like every day kind of learning, and we obviously make way more money if we sell them ourselves. And it's
Sure.
just worth our time a little bit more and things like that too. So there's a lot still for us to figure out. But we do have our website, burstpartyco.com, that people can order directly from. That's like primarily where we are on Etsy too, but hot tip, go to our website.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Buy direct. So, okay, if someone's listening and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, I would say go to your website, go to your Instagram, see the cute balloons in action. Second, how do you guys want us to use them? Like, how do you see this becoming part of our offerings, our day-to-day? Because they are unique patterns, so they're not going to apply to every single job. But like, do you see us like peppering these in as accents? Do you feel like long-term you're going to have a full line out that can kind of fill most of our foil needs? Like, what's your future plan and how can we support you?
Yeah, I mean, I think our target customer is obviously balloon decorators. I think the reason the designs that we came up with were because we felt like those were like voids in the market. And that's kind of where Burst Party Co. came from too, is because other than the jean jacket, I think the first idea was to print on Starburst because they always were just like solid colors. So that is like, we envision them as being like sprinkled in, but also like we're having a lot of fun with using the Starburst and like making like columns with it. So we did a Having a Party teachable moment, and we did the iridescent Starburst, like just made a column out of it. And it's so easy and like good for hospitals or schools and things like that. But yeah, that's kind of what I would have to say. What do you guys think about that question?
Yeah, I think, going back to Rachel's initial jean jacket design, like the customization. So is it okay if I talk about the new one that's not a Starburst? Okay. So in addition to the new designs that we're coming out with that Rachel talked about that are the printed Starburst, we also have one that is a quote unquote trendy water bottle, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, cute.
So yeah, so that I think is really like unique. The timing could not be more on point for just the trend of those type of beverage containers right now. So they're really popular with like teenage girls and moms. So our hope with those is like people can personalize them and use them in a helium bouquet. And same with the jean jacket, right? Like the jean jacket is air fill only, but again, you can personalize it and add it to a garland. And then I think just the printed starbursts are just like Alyssa said, they're so unique. Like there are no other printed starburst on the market right now. So if you want a printed starburst, you're getting it from Burst Party Co.
Very cool. I love the idea of the personalization too, and like cutesy ways to do it. I just had a company, they sell alcohol and in like the skinny cans, like the White Claw cans, right? It's a different name, different brand. And they were like, oh, we really want to like personalize with our cans. And I was like, oh, if there was like a blank soda can balloon, like you could turn it into beer, you could do a New Year's Eve, you could do a White Claw. Like that kind of opens up a whole new boutique type of market as well. So I love that you guys are kind of thinking along those lines. That's really interesting. And again, like probably not something that a huge corporation is going to do because our market is pretty tiny. But I think that's your advantage that you guys are small and agile and you can just like think of something and make it a reality. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, it's very niche. And I do think too, there's a lot of DIY moms out there making balloon garlands. And I think that like starbursts or foils in general kind of scare them. Like they're not going to add those to their own garlands. And so it's something that balloon decorators kind of can say, I can offer this and add to your garland and make it look better. So I think just being able to offer, cool, kind of very trendy, modern things, maybe more quickly than those larger companies that make
for sure. Well, you have a corporate job. You know how slow everything moves.
Oh, yeah. Very slow. So yeah, we're just excited. We're excited, like Aimee said, for every sale that comes in. We're just so thankful. And I know that when we put these out in the world, like somebody's going to do something that I didn't even know you could do with them. You know what I mean? There's just so much creativity out there. So I'm just so excited to see what other people make with them. We are sponsoring the foil competition at Float. So
that's so exciting. So we're recording this before Float, but this will come out after Float. So let's talk about that because you guys you're sponsoring that competition and you're being vendors. Like that's exciting. How do you prepare for something like that?
Panic. Aimee's got us on track. She's got our whole itinerary down.
I think when we all went to Float in 2021, it was so overwhelming and so, a new territory for all of us. We were just like taking it all in and really overwhelmed and all of that. But now that we're coming at it from a totally different angle in 2024, it actually seems a lot more manageable. I mean, Steve, who runs Float, is really good about like, communication and putting out schedules and stuff. So that makes me feel really confident. Like it's a very well run and very well organized conference. So I kind of feel like, yeah, we have some stuff to get done and we have some things to do with our booth and everything, but it's really going to be, I think, pretty smooth, I would hope. And we're really hoping to just gain a lot of customers and people that are excited about our foils. And, that's our target market, balloon decorators. So we're excited.
Very cool. Yeah. And the showroom at Float's great, but there's not always a lot to buy. Like, I feel like it's like visibility, right? Like you're trying to go around and see like, what is this new thing and who is, this distributor and where can I get this? So are you going to have like things people can actually purchase or are you more just trying to do publicity?
I think a little bit of both, right? We'd be silly to say we don't want to sell balloons while we're there. I think the new particular cool beverage holder that we were talking about, like we're going to have some helium bundles inflated. We're going to obviously have everything on display and we're going to have everything there for people to purchase. I mean, because they are so niche, we're sort of hoping that people will just want to pick up a bunch of them and be excited about it. We're also going to have a couple like random little things that we're selling, like nothing that's going to like make us a ton of money, but just that it's kind of fun because of that. Like you go to the vendor show and I don't know, you always kind of want to spend money. I feel like you were talking about this on Lily's podcast recently that like there's nothing really to buy, so like we should have something for people to want to buy.
I know, I call it the spendies. Like I go on vacation and I'm just like, it doesn't count. It's like total girl math. It's like it's already part of this convention, so I have to buy something and it's like, okay, take my money.
It's a work conference, business expense, everyone.
Totally. Hey listeners, before we wrap up today's episode, let's talk about our fantastic sponsor, the Balloon Guild. Do you ever see amazing balloon decor online and wonder, how did they make that? The Balloon Guild is revolutionizing the industry by standardizing recipes, SOPs, and offering unparalleled training. Their mission? To elevate balloon artists worldwide, ensuring efficiency, profitability, and unparalleled professionalism. For business owners and their teams, the Balloon Guild isn't just a resource, it's a game changer for growth and development. For me, it's been the ultimate shortcut in finally getting things out of my head and onto paper, so I'm not making things up on the fly, and so my team can work together to create consistent, fast decor. Visit their platform today at theballoonguild.com or by using the link in the show notes. New recipes and resources are released every month. Well, cool. I am so excited for you guys. So congratulations on everything. This is all amazing. But you have a review from a customer that you want to share to end things on. Does that sound good?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's great. Okay, so she said she was looking at our website this morning and of course love the sprinkle starburst and the mushrooms. The mushroom balloon would have saved me so much time this past weekend. I had to make the mouth balloon distortion techniques and that is not my cup of tea. I'll get back to you. Oh, sorry, that was about something else. I was so excited to see your page this morning. I've been waiting for someone to actually make balloons that are trending, and I'm excited to see what you come up with in the future. So many Mylars that are available for artists are just old or outdated. I would love to not have to paint or Cricut Mylars to be able to use them in my designs. A big congratulations to you guys.
Very cool. Well, I echo that 100%. Yay for trendy, yay for modern, yay for you guys. I can't wait to support you even more. And I'm not sure if we said it again. Someone else, just remind us real quick where everyone should go to order these.
Yes, our website, burstpartyco.com.
Very cool. And follow them on Instagram too, because that's where you see all the new stuff come out. And then also share and tag your design using all these cute things. Because like you said, not me, I'm not that creative, but someone listening is going to be the one who figures out like the new game-changing way to use these. That's always fun to see what people come up with.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, ladies, and I will see you soon.
Thanks,
Thanks
Sarah.
for having us.
Thanks for listening. As usual, I tried to keep it bright and light. Our presenting sponsor is 17 Hats, the CRM I use to cut the chaos and manage my entire balloon business. From the lead capture form on my website to workflows and email templates, invoicing and grab-and-go garland automated bookings, it's all powered by 17 Hats, the best customer relationship management system for balloon businesses. There's even a 50% off coupon code waiting for you in the show notes wherever you're listening. I'll see you next week in another episode.